Another Protoss versus Protoss. Here we go.
Yep, this is Corvette versus Super Slinky once again. I have games from these two players on my channel. That's why I'm saying once again. This over here is Corvette, the orange Protoss player, and on the other side, here's Super Slinky, the blue Protoss player. So we have a cheap toy made in China versus a muscle car.
Super Slinky does not want to see any 4 gates or cheese.
But we do. I want to see carrier rushes, maybe. Corvette says okay. They're being very cordial. Watch a cannon rush come.
Yeah, seriously. Probe in the side of his base for no reason?
That's going to be for warping in.
Oh.
But I don't like the position of that. It should be on the next little nick thing. This next little bump right here.
Sam is saying it's much better to put that first probe right here.
Yeah, right there.
For warping in. Probes going out to scout each other. Both
These probes hate each other also. They just...
Absolutely no high five.
Already the Cold War. Just can't stand each other. Gonna walk right by. Don't care at all.
Same exact build for both players. Gateway coming down for Super Slinky, and right now, there we go.
Super Slinky's gateway is 4 seconds ahead.
I think it's
big difference. 2 seconds?
Could be 2 whole seconds.
My mouse was over it, so I saw 4. I saw 4 seconds on it. Big deal.
Here we go, a little bit of... Ooh, did they get a kill?
They got a probe kill right here.
Alright, Super Slinky with an early probe kill.
Little Super Slinky sees nothing over here. If you see his vision, he doesn't know that what Corvette is trying to do because he's hiding his normal build. This is something interesting to do when you're playing mirror matchups. It makes the other player feel nervous, and then it screws up their build order, and then they get really sad. Super Slinky is actually walling off. I don't like this at all. Just because the Stalkers can get a great surround on the bottom, kill off a gateway, and then you're one structure down. So Corvette is getting all of his normal structures in the corner of his base. He's getting a cyber core before his second pylon, so he is going to get supply blocked.
Oh, slight misclick pulled all his probes off the line to fight Corvette's probe. Looks like nothing is going to happen. Both players getting their cores. Second gateway for Super Slinky.
Super Slinky, he appears surprisingly calm, seeing that he hasn't scouted a thing. If I scouted a base that looked like that, I would have thrown down a forge and extra pylons to get up those cannons.
Definitely.
But he's not worried at all. Seems like they might know each other's build orders fairly well. We'll see what Corvette is trying to do here.
Similar builds from both players. Warp gate coming down at very close. A third gate.
Super Slinky's only got 2 guys in gas, and he's grabbing a second assimilator. I'm not too sure about this build order anymore. He's getting his second gateway, is just finishing. Corvette is getting his third gateway up and grabbing his second gas.
Both players very even in income. Stalkers coming out. And here we go, a little bit of supply block for Super Slinky.
Super Slinky got some probes misclicked and some idle probes just sitting by his gas. There's 2 guys mining this gas, and he finally notices. There we go.
What the hell?
We lost your video.
Why did my...
You crashed out.
What the hell?
Oh no.
Okay. Why did it do that? Stop using hacks. Really? Sorry guys. My StarCraft decided to die right then and there. My computer is exploding. Am I out of batteries? My computer just logged off and shut down.
It's shutting down.
Look, it's shutting down.
Alright, so the players are chatting. He says, uh-oh, no worries. What you doing? And pylons right now, says Corvette. And then Super Slinky is telling him it's 2-gate robo and then expansion. He's lying, of course.
We can, but Sam doesn't have...
Does that thing have a regular
it has VGA,
out?
maybe.
VGA out?
What the hell? Why did it do that? Sorry, tell him sorry.
Alright, so we're gonna cast off of this one computer. I don't know. Can we get? Do you have DVI cable? Does this thing have DVI?
It does it all.
All right. Do you think you can ask them? All right. So I'll DVI cable.
I'll be right back in as soon as.
Corvette is getting supply blocked really hard. He's getting a robotics facility. His opponent is also getting a robotics facility with a forge. I can sort of show you.
There, now we're good.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe I'll spin it that way. Alright, so we had a technical problem on my co-caster's computer, that's why we're having some issues. That's what that was about. Both players are going for robotics. Super Slinky does have a forge, so he will have the stronger army. Let's see. Corvette is getting 2 pylons in the back. He did get supply blocks, so there goes the double pylon. Great build order from Corvette. On the other side, we have these 4 stalkers just chilling out in the middle, not doing anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
And it's game over for me.
Yeah, game over for Atron. He did die in the computer's issue. Left the game. It does look like Corvette is pushing into the center, is going to take out a pylon possibly. Super Slinky is being pretty timid, is going to hold back a little bit. I think he canceled a Nexus. I'm not sure because I wasn't watching earlier. Super Slinky is getting weapons +1 on his forge. His opponent Corvette is not warping in units and his not spending his chrono boosts. Always great not to spend your chrono boost. You never want to spend those chrono boosts. What's the point of spending your chrono boost? Corvette is moving over here and getting his stalkers in order. His warping and proxy pylon is going to start advancing. There are sentries warping in, but they are getting shot at for free by Corvette. Does look like there's a force field going down. You're going to prevent the zealots from moving in. It does look like Super Slinky is going to lose more pylons down here. And that is going to supply block him, and that's going to be very bad, especially against something like this. A 4-gate Corvette is no longer spending his money. He's got to do it. He's moving over here. Super Slinky throwing down 4 pylons. An observer is spotting the high ground, is going to be able to warp in zealots on the high ground. He should be using his army to poke up the front, but he is not doing that right now. Corvette is just intent to sit on the low ground and use his observer to his advantage. There is an immortal out in the field for Super Slinky. The +1 upgrade is done for Super Slinky, so technically Super Slinky's army should be quite a bit stronger. Corvette moving over here with zealots. He's going to lose a bunch over here. There is a couple of zealots still trying to run in here. Corvette lost a ton of units in that confrontation. He is very far behind because of that. Immortal is moving over here. Gonna get some free shots on those stalkers. I mean, we can get a VGA connected to that screen because I have an adapter. So if they have an extra VGA blue cable, I can connect it. Yeah, the game is continuing. There's an expansion coming up for Corvette. He's got it coming up right now. It is about halfway complete. Super Slinky is now grabbing his expansion and making an observer of his own. It does look like Corvette has an immortal out on the field and is continuing to be aggressive at the front. Is going to prevent him from doing any moving out action. Does look like Corvette's expansion is about to finish. We're going to get this thing plugged in right now. That is a VGA cable. It's in the middle. It's hard to get it over there. Really? We can give it a try. Okay, whoa, Dark Shrine coming up for Corvette. He's hiding it way back here, and he is going to try to do some DT action on Super Slinky. However, Super Slinky is throwing up some cannons at the front. We'll see if he's able. You guys can come up here and look at my screen if you want. There is more pylons going in the back. This is Xel'Naga Caverns, by the way. There is this horrible entrance to the backside of the base. Really, really super ultra annoying. There's the observer moving over here, is going to see the photon cannons. He will know well not to make those DTs. However, they will be good in any confrontations. We'll see if he's able to do that. Both of these players look like they're gearing up for some macro games. There's additional observers coming out for Corvette. I do believe he lost one of those observers. I'm looking for a VGA port, so...
It's over here.
It's over there. Okay, yeah, I guess it won't reach. Alright, we'll just get you into the next game. I'll just cast this game like this. Or I could switch the desk. Never mind. We'll not do that. It does look like both players are macroing out pretty well, actually. Corvette is getting a little bit behind on spending his minerals and gas. He's a little bit focused on trying to get those DTs in. He has one DT over here. He's got a observer. I thought that was a DT. And the DT is now moving into Super Slinky's base. Is going to start taking out probes. We'll see how many kills it's able to get. 3 kills already. 4 kills. Going to start moving those probes towards that cannon. And the DT just walks straight into it. And, oh, getting taken out right there. Almost saved it. There is an observer from Super Slinky. Is going to be moving back to help deal with any additional DTs. There's a, this is an observer over here. Another DT over here getting killed off. Super Slinky is very low on those probes. He has a bunch of probes over here getting killed. Or getting not mining. Basically, these probes are basically dead because they're not doing anything. This is horrible for Super Slinky. Wow. If we take a look at the income, oh my goodness, 100 minerals per whatever unit of time to 1,000. Look, that is not good at all. Corvette is so far ahead that I can't see a way that he could possibly lose this game. I think he should just hang back. Yep, he's going to take out these rocks. If he goes for an attack right now with this army, it's going to be very, very bad. He should not attack with this army right now. He should just continue trying to macro up. Super Slinky is trying to chrono boost out those probes. He's got a ton of probes in the queue. It's 50 harvesters to 28. And it does look like Super Slinky is getting the ground weapons +2 upgrade, and his opponent is getting charged for his legs on the way. DTs are in the mix for Corvette. If he does get those upgrades, he does have one upgrade, so that's 50 damage in 1 slash from the DT. Over here, there's Corvette continuing to mine in his main base. He is looking a little bit dry. He should be trying to take that base. Yes, the Nexus is coming up right now. Super Slinky is still looking behind on those harvesters. 31 harvesters. He's going to be really far behind. He's going to be behind on his 3rd base as well. He's not chrono boosting his upgrade. He should do that. He should keep that on a hotkey. It does look like he's only hotkeying Nexi. Corvette grabbing the double gas at his gold expansion. Soon he will be maxing out. I hope he should be getting those additional unit producing structures to help spend all of his money. He does have a slightly larger army, I believe. Yeah, 127 to 97 food. Super Slinky is a little bit behind. Yeah, slightly behind. If he micros perfectly, it just counts as being slightly behind. Super Slinky is going to be grabbing the gold expansion over here. Corvette is not spending the chrono boost either. He's transferring most of his probes over to his new expansion, and he does have his additional unit producing structures now on the way. Super Slinky grabbing the center expansion. However, Corvette is now pushing into the center, going to be taking that out. Colossus also out on the field. Oh, but those are hallucinations. The DT is charging into the fray, going to be taking out some units. However, there does look like there is an observer. Does look like Super Slinky is going to be forced to back out, losing lots of shields on that Immortal. His observer is also backing up to the cannons. Corvette needs to, I guess the proper response is to queue up a ton of probes. I want gold, says Super Slinky. I don't think the Corvette is going to let him take that gold. So he's going to be taking the back rocks. If Corvette can actually start throwing his army at him.